Love is a wonderful thing, but it's not always simple. There are moments when you feel like you understand everything, but then there are times when you feel lost and confused. So how can you overcome the challenges in love? Have you ever wondered why some people always make their partner crave them and become deeply attracted? The secret lies in how they know how to push and pull subtly in a relationship. These tactics are not shallow games, but an art that keeps you always sought after and makes your partner unable to take their eyes off you. If you want to know how to apply these techniques to make him obsessed and unable to leave you, keep reading. Welcome to this Sophia's Knowledge channel, and my name is Sophia. This is the place where we will explore, learn, and share valuable lessons about love. In today's video, Sophia will reveal to you 6 pull-push techniques that make him obsessed with you. This is a fresh perspective that will help you understand the factors that determine a happy and lasting relationship. Let's explore the secrets to building a strong and meaningful love. Before we begin, find a quiet place, put on your headphones, and relax. Let go of all worries, and let the messages in this video help you calm your mind and feel the experience to the fullest. Are you ready? Let's begin now. 1. Create distance to stimulate desire. In love, sometimes being too close is not the way to keep someone. On the contrary, the right amount of distance is the factor that makes them always crave and want you by their side. This is the art of creating distance to stimulate desire, one of the most effective push-pull techniques, which helps you control his emotions and makes him unable to stop thinking about you. Why is distance important in love? Human psychology tends to cherish what is not easily attainable. When you are always available, your partner may feel that everything is too easy and gradually lose the desire. On the contrary, if you know how to create a sense of absence, he will begin to worry about losing you, and thus desire you even more. Distance is not about cold separation, but an art that helps you regulate emotions in a relationship. It is the way for you to master the game of love, making your partner feel that you are something special that he has to work hard to obtain. How to create distance to make him always think about you. Don't always reply immediately. In the age of technology, texting is the main communication method in relationships. But if you always reply instantly whenever he texts, you're unintentionally making yourself predictable and less interesting. Instead of replying immediately, try letting the message wait for a while, so he has time to wonder, what is she doing? If the conversation is going smoothly, try ending it early with a clever reason, like I have to work on something, let's talk later. This creates a sense of absence and makes him look forward to your next message. When texting, keep the conversation interesting, but never drag it on too long, so he always feels curious to know more about you. Spend time on yourself instead of always being with him. A woman with an interesting life will always be more attractive than one who revolves solely around her boyfriend. If you're always ready to spend time with him, it may make him feel that you're not that special. Let him see that you have a busy and joyful life outside of love. Engage in activities you love, such as sports, yoga, book clubs, travel. Hang out with friends and family, instead of always being with him. This not only helps you have a richer life, but also makes him feel like he has to compete with your world. Always have your own plans, not always depending on his schedule. A man will appreciate you more when he feels that you're an important part of his life, but not everything. Make him effort to get you. Men's instinct is to conquer. If everything is too easy, he will lose interest. But if you know how to create a little challenge, he will always try harder to keep you by his side. Try these ways. When he invites you out, don't always say yes immediately. Sometimes say that you already have plans, but you could rearrange for another time. This makes him put more effort into finding a suitable time. During conversations, let him ask questions and discover more about you instead of always being the one to share everything. This makes him curious and want to explore more about you. Don't rush into commitment. If he wants the relationship to go further, let him prove that he deserves you. Make him feel the absence of you for a while. Distance helps men realize your value. If you're always by his side, he won't have the opportunity to feel the lack of you. But if you disappear for a little while, he will feel empty and realize how important you are to him. Try, if you talk every day, sometimes don't reply for a day and see if he will reach out first. If you usually meet, try creating a short gap, like a brief trip with friends or a few busy days ahead. When you come back, act cheerful and full of energy, making him feel that the time without you was truly a regret. Note when creating distance. While creating distance is important, you also need to do it subtly and reasonably. Don't create distance for too long, making him feel like you don't care anymore. Don't deliberately ignore him or disregard him negatively. Maintain a balance between showing concern and creating distance. Don't do this with the intention of manipulating emotions. Let it happen naturally and make the relationship more interesting. Finally, creating distance in love doesn't mean moving away from each other, but creating desire and longing between two people. When you know how to adjust the distance properly, you will make him always remember you and want to be closer to you. Remember, an attractive woman is not one who is always available when he needs, but one who makes him work hard to have her. 2. Close then suddenly distant. In love, changes in distance and emotions are a powerful element that keeps relationships fresh and interesting. One of the most effective push-pull techniques, which is hard to resist, is close then suddenly distant. This psychological tactic has the ability to increase desire, longing, and make him always try to find ways to be with you. This technique not only makes him feel your absence, but also helps you maintain mystery, making it hard for him to predict what you'll do next. Let's explore how to apply this strategy effectively to create strong attraction in your relationship. Why is close then suddenly distant an effective strategy? Humans tend to be attracted to things they can't easily have. When you are always present before him, the relationship can become boring, and he may lose the sense of longing. However, when you know how to subtly create absence, he will start to feel a sense of loss and constantly try to pull you closer. Close then suddenly distant works by highlighting your absence, which stimulates the feeling of scarcity and the desire to possess you. He will begin to feel how important you are in his life and will naturally invest more effort to maintain the relationship. How to implement close then suddenly distant: spend quality time, then suddenly pull away. One of the simplest ways to implement this technique is to spend special, meaningful time with him, then suddenly pull away and create some space. Make sure the time spent with him is quality and brings a sense of comfort and joy. After building a strong connection during a meeting or conversation, suddenly create distance by reducing communication suddenly. For example, after a few days of intimate conversations, you can reduce the frequency of texting or chatting, leaving him wondering why you haven't texted back right away. Not always being there when he needs. If he's used to you being always available, create moments when you're not there, so he can feel the absence. Don't let him know too much about your schedule. Disappearing for a while. If you usually go out together, sometimes refuse to join the date he proposes, and cleverly give a valid reason like being busy with work or having plans with friends. This will make him wonder and desire to have you around more. The reason behind this shift is to create a sense of scarcity. When he feels you are not easily attainable, the desire will rise, and he will start actively seeking you out. Let him see that you don't need him every single minute. One of the mistakes many people make in relationships is always appearing overly needed by the other person. However, if you want to apply this tactic, it's important to make him understand that you can live happily without having him by your side all the time. Try the following ways to create a sense of freedom for both yourself and him. Never be the only option. If he invites you out, don't hesitate to refuse if you have other plans. In fact, if possible, show that you're having fun with friends and family. This will make him wonder if you're looking for a substitute for him. Create a rich life outside the relationship, engage in personal activities, learn new things, and develop yourself. When he sees you taking care of yourself and having your own life, he will feel the need to put more effort into getting your attention. Don't do everything for him. Instead of always being ready to fulfill his every request, know how to politely decline, showing your independence in your decisions. He will see you as a valuable person with special allure. Mystery creates strong attraction. An important element in the close then suddenly distant strategy is creating mystery. Men are often drawn to mystery because it arouses curiosity and the desire to learn more. When you're like an unread book, he will want to explore you more. To maintain mystery, you can share a little but not too much. When talking, leave some questions unanswered and don't reveal everything about yourself. This will make him feel that he doesn't know everything about you and want to explore you more. Occasionally disappear mysteriously. Sometimes, after a period of closeness, you can go silent for a while, not text or initiate meetings. This time away will make him feel the absence of you and constantly think about you. Create surprises. Occasionally, appear suddenly after a period of absence, making him feel you are a miraculous appearance. This will create a sense of longing and anticipation. Things to keep in mind when applying this technique. Although this strategy is highly effective, you need to apply it subtly and not overdo it. Don't be too cold. If you overdo this, he may feel that you don't care, and the attraction will be lost. Ensure that the distance you create always has warmth and consideration. Don't make him feel completely abandoned. Always ensure that during moments of closeness, you still show care and affection. Don't overuse the mystery. Although mystery creates attraction, if you make him too confused, he might feel insecure in the relationship. In the end, the close then suddenly distant technique is a subtle way to maintain attraction in a relationship. It helps you create the necessary absence to stimulate his desire and longing. When you apply it correctly, he will feel that you are something special he always wants to have and keep by his side. 3. Make him feel special, but not unique. One of the key factors in creating a strong attraction in a relationship is how you make the other person feel special. However, special doesn't always mean that you have to be the only one in his life. The make him feel special but not unique technique is a powerful strategy in creating attraction without making him feel pressured or overly possessive. This is a clever strategy that allows you to maintain your allure, keeping him wanting you in his life, but without him feeling too dependent or controlled by you. Let's dive into how to apply this technique effectively. Why does he need to feel special, but not unique? When someone feels that they are the only one in the other person's life, this can lead to pressure or fear of losing their freedom. In contrast, when he feels special, he will want to maintain the relationship without feeling bound. Making him understand that you value and cherish him, but are not dependent on him or forcing him to be the only one in your life, is a way to build a sustainable and enticing relationship. While you cannot and should not make him feel unique, you can still make him feel special and important. When he realizes that he has a special place in your heart without being the only one, he will feel valuable and irreplaceable. How to apply: share quality time without creating pressure. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to make him feel special without making him feel unique is by spending quality time with him without creating a sense of being bound. Remember that your presence can make him feel comfortable, happy, and important without necessarily being the only one you care about. Spend quality time with him. When you spend time with him, make sure it's quality time. Don't just be there because you feel obligated to, but truly engage in conversations, activities, or shared interests. When he sees you investing time and emotion into this relationship, he will feel special. Don't focus too much on him. Occasionally, create moments where you can't always be present. Don't always be available, and don't meet all of his demands. This will make him feel that you have your own life, and he will value the time when you are there more. Know how to share, but not overly open up. One of the common mistakes in a relationship is sharing everything about yourself too quickly. To make him feel special but not unique, you need to keep some mystery about yourself. This doesn't mean you have to hide everything, but you should know how to moderate your sharing and keep him always curious about you. Create space for yourself. Don't let him know everything about you right away. When you share, hold back a little mystery. This not only makes him feel you are special, but also sparks his curiosity about things he doesn't know about you. Don't just talk about your relationship. Occasionally, when talking with him, don't only talk about your relationship. Share about your work, personal interests, and things you want to do in the future. When he sees that you have a life and relationships outside of him, he will feel you are independent and confident. Encourage him to seek attention from others. An important aspect of this technique is encouraging him to have relationships outside of you. This doesn't mean you want him to be distant from you, but you want him to have experiences and connections so that he sees you're not everything. Encourage hobbies and relationships outside of you. Instead of being jealous or controlling, encourage him to engage in activities with his friends and family. Sometimes, having separate moments will help him feel free and appreciate your relationship more. Don't make him feel like he has to choose between you and others. If he has friends or important family members, never make him feel like he has to choose. Support and respect his relationships with others. This will make him feel free and not trapped in the relationship with you. Show care, but don't make him everything. Although showing care is important, you shouldn't make him feel like he's everything in your life. Let him see that you cherish this relationship, but aren't dependent on him or feel you can't live without him. Don't make him feel like he's the only one you care about. Sometimes, letting him see that you have your own life and other relationships will make him feel that he's an important part, but not everything. Show love subtly, don't always overlove or care for him. Show your love naturally and without excess. This will help him realize that you love him, but aren't dependent on him. Things to keep in mind when applying this technique: be careful not to make him feel neglected. Although you don't want him to feel unique, you also need to ensure that he doesn't feel neglected or that you don't care. Maintain a balance between care and control. You need to maintain freedom in the relationship without making him feel a lack of care or attention from you. Ultimately, the make him feel special but not unique technique is a delicate art that helps you keep the attraction in the relationship without making him feel possessed. When you make him feel important but still give him space, you will create a sustainable and magnetic relationship. Always remember that the key is to make him feel special, without having to be the only one in your life. 4. Show independence and mystery. In every relationship, attraction not only comes from closeness and sharing, but also from the ability to maintain independence and a little mystery. The technique of show independence and mystery is one of the powerful strategies to help you create attraction and make him obsessed with you. When you show that you can be self-sufficient, confident, and not easily controlled or manipulated, you make him feel that you are someone with great appeal and not easily attainable. To do this, you need to skillfully combine maintaining independence in your personal life and keeping some mystery about yourself. This not only helps you keep your position in his heart, but also creates desire and a longing to learn more about you. Let's explore how to apply this technique effectively. Why independence and mystery matter in a relationship. Independence is not just about being able to handle your own affairs, but also about how you manage your emotions and life. When you display independence, you not only gain respect from the other person, but also make him see you as valuable and not dependent on him. This makes you more attractive, as men often feel a desire to conquer those they find hard to get. Mystery, on the other hand, creates curiosity and the desire to explore. When you don't immediately open up and always keep a part of yourself back, he will never feel like he fully understands you. This will make him think about you constantly and want to learn more. How to apply the show independence and mystery technique. Create a colorful and separate life. The first thing you need to do to show independence is to build a separate life, one that doesn't revolve solely around him. You can have your own hobbies, a busy job, and personal goals you're pursuing. When you have your own life, you'll never make him feel like he is the only center of your world. Take care of yourself, take care of your physical, mental, and emotional health. This not only makes you feel better, but also lets him recognize that you are someone who takes care of yourself and doesn't need to rely on anyone else. Explore your own hobbies, spend time on activities you enjoy without necessarily sharing them with him. This helps you maintain freedom and show independence, while he can notice that you don't need him in every moment of your life. Don't open up right away. One of the ways to create mystery is by not rushing to share everything about yourself. Don't let him know everything about you the first time you meet. Let him discover you over time, which will make you more interesting and keep him always feeling that there's something special about you that he hasn't yet figured out. Share selectively, always be careful when sharing about yourself. You don't have to hide everything, but only disclose important information when you feel ready. This creates a space where he must explore you. Create unexpected situations. Sometimes, when you don't share too much about yourself, he will feel curious and want to learn more. Let small, interesting parts of yourself be revealed gradually throughout the relationship. This will make him always feel there's something new and intriguing about you. Create personal space and don't always have to comply. To show independence, you need to know how to create space for yourself and not feel obligated to be there in every situation he needs. You don't have to immediately respond to every request or invitation from him. Sometimes, a little distance will make you more attractive and make him crave your presence more. Don't always be there when he needs you. If he invites you to hang out, don't rush to accept. Let him see that you have your own life and can't always make time for him. This doesn't mean rejecting him, but rather showing him that you have other priorities and can live without him being around all the time. Choose when to share your emotions. Never let him think you're someone whose emotions are easy to read. Keep your feelings to yourself and only share them when you truly need to. This creates attraction and makes him feel that you are someone difficult to capture. Independence in decision and action. One of the strongest ways to show independence is when you make decisions and act according to your own way without needing his advice or approval. When you show that you can decide everything in your life, he will feel that you are a strong and valuable person. Make decisions about work and personal goals. Show him that you have your own goals and are striving to achieve them. This not only makes you more attractive, but also makes him see you as someone who is not easily manipulated. Not always needing advice. Sometimes, you may face difficult decisions in life without needing to consult him. You can share with him after you've made your decision, which will make him see you as confident and independent. Notes when applying this technique. Don't create too much distance. While creating distance is important, don't let it turn into alienation. Make sure he doesn't feel that you are avoiding or not caring about the relationship. Be careful with creating mystery. Mystery doesn't mean you need to keep everything in your life obscure and confusing. Ensure that your mystery doesn't cause mistrust or misunderstandings. Mystery should be a way to spark curiosity without making him feel neglected. In the end, the technique of show independence and mystery is a wonderful way to make him constantly attracted and unable to stop thinking about you. When you show that you can live independently, confidently, and without relying on him, you become extremely attractive. Independence and mystery not only help you maintain your self-worth, but also create a powerful attraction that makes him want to explore and long for you more. 5. Making him jealous in a subtle way. Jealousy doesn't always have to be a bad thing. In fact, when triggered subtly and cleverly, the feeling of jealousy can create a special energy in a relationship, making him feel that you are special and valuable. The technique of making him jealous in a subtle way is one of the powerful strategies to make him realize your attraction and increase his desire to be around you more. However, if applied incorrectly, jealousy can lead to misunderstandings and strain in the relationship. Therefore, do this in a subtle and smart way to avoid creating tension, and instead, make him feel intrigued and desire you even more. Let's explore how to make him jealous in a subtle way while maintaining the relationship and enhancing your allure. Why is jealousy an attractive tool? Jealousy doesn't always mean insecurity or lack of self-confidence. On the contrary, when stimulated correctly, jealousy is a natural human emotion, especially in romantic relationships. Jealousy can be a sign of love and deep care, especially when he feels that you are attractive and can draw attention from others. When you know how to make him jealous in a subtle way, you create an invisible encouragement that makes him appreciate you more. He will want to lose you and will constantly strive to attract your attention. However, it is important that jealousy is triggered in a reasonable way, otherwise, it could lead to a lack of trust in the relationship. How to make him jealous in a subtle way. Pay attention to your relationships with others. One of the most clever ways to make him jealous is to show attention from other men without being overt or too open. Just a glance from another man or a little compliment is enough for him to realize that you are an attractive person and are admired by others. Share about your social encounters. You can talk about a meetup with friends, but not to mention that someone is paying attention to you, but rather to create the sense that you are social and have attention from many people. This makes him feel that you are valuable and not easily overlooked. Subtly mention other men. When you have a pleasant conversation with a man in your friend group, don't hesitate to share a little about that conversation, but make sure you don't overdo it or make him feel neglected. Put yourself in the hard-to-get position. Another way to make him jealous, without creating tension, is to show that you are not easily had. Create a bit of inaccessibility for yourself, and don't always be available when he needs you. This doesn't mean you should be cold or indifferent, but instead show that you have your own life and aren't always ready to respond. Attend some events without him. Sometimes, you can have meetups or gatherings with friends where he's not invited. When you share about these fun moments, he'll feel jealous and realize that you have special attraction from others. Don't always be by his side, don't always show up when he calls. A little distance will make him feel like he needs to work harder to gain your attention. Don't let him feel that you'll always be around for him in every situation. Create your own world. An effective way to make him jealous subtly is to create a world of your own that he can't easily join. When you have your own life and some things that are not easily shared with him, it will make him feel a bit deprived and somewhat jealous. Do things that you don't share with him. There are activities you can engage in without him. This could be traveling with friends, attending private events, or simply taking classes or courses where he's not present. This will make him see that you have an independent life and don't always depend on him. Create private space. To make him feel jealous subtly, keep part of your life that he can't easily access. This could be keeping a few small secrets, or some personal hobbies that you don't immediately share with him. Cleverly compliment other men. When you compliment another man in a specific situation, he will feel some competition and want to show that he's superior. However, this should only be done subtly and not excessively, as if you show too much interest in another man, he may feel uncomfortable. Compliment a man on qualities he lacks. You can compliment another man on qualities that you admire, such as intelligence, confidence, or lifestyle. This will make him wonder if he has these qualities and make him want to improve himself to gain your attention. Create an indirect comparison. Instead of saying directly that someone is better than him, just say that you admire the qualities that person demonstrates. This will make him feel competition, but not directly harm his self-esteem. Be careful when applying this technique. Although triggering jealousy can create attraction, you need to ensure that you don't go too far and harm the relationship. When using this technique, always keep in mind that your goal is to make him feel valued and crave you, not to make him feel insecure or lack confidence. Don't overuse jealousy. If you use this tactic too often, he may feel tired and lose trust. Use this technique selectively and don't let it become too frequent. Maintain respect and trust. Most importantly, always maintain respect and trust in the relationship. Jealousy should be triggered subtly, not to manipulate or hurt the other person. Finally, the making him jealous in a subtle way technique can be a powerful tool to create attraction and make him feel that you are special. However, to achieve the maximum effect, you need to apply it intelligently and cleverly. Remember that jealousy should be triggered naturally and not harm the relationship. When done right, you'll create an attractive, interesting relationship full of desire and never lacking in passion. 6. Sometimes, ignore him. In a romantic relationship, attention and care are essential elements, but sometimes, intentionally ignoring him can be a subtle and powerful strategy to increase attraction and make him desire you more. This doesn't mean that you will hurt him or reject his attention thoughtlessly, but simply create a bit of distance, making him feel like he has to put in more effort to catch your attention. The ignoring technique is a subtle strategy to refresh the relationship, create intrigue, and keep the emotional spark alive. When applied correctly, he won't feel abandoned. Instead, he will sense a desire to be noticed and cared for by you. However, if done carelessly, it can lead to misunderstandings, so it needs to be executed smartly and at the right moment. Why ignoring is an attractive technique. You may wonder why ignoring can make him obsessed and desire you more. The reason is simple: when you are always within his reach, he will feel like you are always available and easy to catch. However, when you suddenly become harder for him to access, you create a sense of scarcity, making him feel like you are special and not easily attainable. Creating a sense of rarity: when he can't easily get your attention, he will see you as a precious gift that he must work hard to obtain. This increases your value in his eyes. Stimulating curiosity: when you sometimes ignore him or act uninterested, he will begin to wonder why you are behaving that way, making him question what he did wrong and feel the need to change in order to regain your attention. Creating desire: everyone wants things they can't easily have. When you occasionally ignore him, you unintentionally create a gap that he feels the need to bridge in order to win your attention. How to apply the ignoring technique subtly. Don't reply immediately. One of the simplest and most effective ways to apply this technique is not to reply immediately to his texts or calls. This doesn't mean you are rejecting him or intentionally disappointing him. It simply creates a bit of distance, making him feel like he has to wait. Maintain a bit of delay in response time. Don't always be the first to reply to messages. Let him wait a little, and when you do respond, keep the conversation interesting and natural, without rushing or being overly enthusiastic. Let him take more initiative. Sometimes, not replying immediately might make him feel like he needs to put in more effort to keep your attention. This not only increases attraction, but also helps him feel like he is investing more into the relationship. Show you are valuable and busy. When you let him feel that your life doesn't revolve around him, you will make him sense a lack. When you are very busy and can't spend much time with him, he will realize that you have a separate life that doesn't depend on him. Create your own schedule. Be busy with work, personal hobbies, or socializing with friends. When you show that you have a rich life and don't need him to complete you, he will see you as an independent and desirable person. Don't always be there when he calls. Sometimes, you can let him wait a little when he calls or texts. This doesn't mean you don't care about him, but the fact that you aren't always available makes him feel like he has to put an effort to get your attention. Don't always respond to compliments. When he compliments you, sometimes not responding or reacting in a normal way can make him feel like he needs to work harder to receive recognition from you. This creates attraction without being overly flashy. Respond naturally. If he compliments you, you can respond politely without showing too much excitement. Instead of immediately replying with enthusiastic thanks, you can let the conversation have a pause, showing that you don't need his praise to feel good about yourself. Don't easily trust him. Sometimes, if you share too much about yourself or your emotions, he may feel like there's no need to try. Keep a bit of mystery and don't reveal everything about yourself. Let him show interest. When you don't always take the initiative to show interest and make him feel like he has to do it, you will make him realize that this relationship isn't always easy to have. He will need to put an effort to maintain the connection and keep your attraction. Let him take the lead in connecting. Sometimes, let him text, call, or plan dates. If you are always the one taking initiative, he may feel like he's not putting enough effort into the relationship. When he has to take the lead in building the connection, he will feel more responsibility and desire. When he does something to attract you, appreciate it but don't rush to respond. If he does something special or shows interest, you can respond cleverly without showing excessive enthusiasm. Let him feel appreciated by you, but don't make him feel like you will always respond immediately. Be careful when applying this technique. Although ignoring can be an effective strategy to create attraction, you need to ensure that you don't go too far, as this can lead to misunderstandings or make him feel hurt. It should be applied subtly and carefully. Don't make him feel abandoned. Overdoing the ignoring can make him feel like you don't care about the relationship or even hurt his self-esteem. Apply this strategy moderately and cleverly. Maintain emotional connection. While you can subtly create distance, don't let the relationship become cold. Make sure to still show care and affection when needed. Finally, the ignoring technique can be a powerful tool to refresh the relationship and maintain attraction in his eyes. When applied correctly, you will make him desire you more and want to spend more time winning your attention. However, to avoid causing harm or misunderstandings, you need to apply this technique subtly, cleverly, and appropriately. Let your relationship remain interesting and full of desire without losing respect and emotional connection between the two of you. Conclusion. Applying push-pull techniques subtly in a relationship is not only about creating attraction and desire, but also about keeping the relationship fresh and full of fire. Strategies like creating distance to stimulate desire, showing independence, or sometimes ignoring cleverly all have one goal: making the other person put in more effort and think more about you. However, it is important to apply these techniques wisely and with consideration. If not done carefully, you may unintentionally make the relationship tense or create unnecessary misunderstandings. Each technique needs to be used in the right context and situation to both increase attraction and not undermine respect and emotional connection between the two of you. In the end, a romantic relationship is not just a game of tactics, but a foundation built on understanding, respect, and mutual love. These strategies only work when we know how to maintain balance, respect the other person's feelings, and always create space for both to grow. When you know how to apply these techniques subtly, you not only make him obsessed, but also build a strong and lasting relationship. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. I hope you found useful lessons about love and relationships. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. I truly appreciate your support and will continue to bring valuable content in the next videos. Keep joining me in the journey of learning about love and relationships. See you again and wish you happiness always.